Hello, welcome to another episode of the Christian Reeve podcast. We have Mr. Dutch Dills back on the show. How are you doing, my friend?
I am doing great.
Good, sehr gut, very good.
Got Shocker Mel and ready to rock and roll.
Okay, what is that exactly?
It's literally just chocolate milk,
Nice.
but it's like rich, so they come in
okay.
little cartons, so you don't get too much.
Yeah. Oh,
Perfect,
I know.
perfect amount.
Do you know what? That reminds me. I mean, it's partially related, but when I was when I visited the Czech Republic very briefly one time in New Year's. By the way, if you can, when things go back to normal, go to the Czech Republic, go to Prague. It's absolutely incredible. Anyway, I was there, and a friend of mine brought me to some sort of I don't know, like a coffee place. It was like a really fancy place, very beautiful architecture from like the 1800s or something. Very beautiful place. And we were all just sitting there having coffee and stuff and just chilling and smoking, which was weird because, it's still, as far as I'm aware, legal to smoke indoors there, whereas, it wasn't and still isn't in the UK. But anyway.
It was in the UK, but it was ages ago.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's
back in my dad's time or something.
2007 was when it got banned. That's how long ago.
2007.
2007, yes.
Yikes! Wait. So 3 years after I was born, it was still legal to smoke.
Jesus,
inside.
You're young. Oh my God, you're making me feel old now. You were.
I was 16, man.
I was in high school when you were born. Wow. Way to deflate my balloon and make me feel old. Jesus. Anyway, let me get to the story. I haven't even told
I happen to think I've come quite a long way. I'm 16, man. I've got over 100 subscribers on YouTube. That's good enough for me.
No offense, but you don't know shit when you're 16. Because believe me, I thought I knew everything when I was 16, and I still don't know everything at 27. You never know anything. You just know a slight bit more than you did before. But trust me, when you're a teenager, you don't know shit.
Who says I know everything? I just know some stuff.
Some stuff.
Some stuff.
But trust me, life
compared to you, nothing really. But
dude, that's what I'm saying. I know jack shit. Even though I'm 27, I'm older. I've lived life. Trust me, you never know it all. You know, like 0.1% of what there is to know, and that's always how it will be.
Painful.
The best thing to do is just keep your mind open, keep learning, keep all that jazz. But anyway, back to the story. Why I brought it up in the first place was I was in this coffee place. We were having this hot chocolate. And obviously hot chocolate is not really a big deal because, everyone has hot chocolate. It's great. We love it. But in Europe, and particularly in the Czech Republic, they have this like liquid chocolate, essentially. So it's not really hot chocolate. It's just liquid chocolate. And it's the best thing ever.
That's similar to what this is. Because you can have it hot or cold. Like you can put it in the fridge, or you can. I mean, I guess you could put it in the microwave. But it's like in a cafe, you can ask for warm chocomel, and that is basically this, but the hot chocolate version of it.
It's amazing
with cream. It's the best.
C'est magnifique.
Rather than those like dinky little sachets you used to get back in England.
Yeah, I mean they just treat us like
powder hot chocolate. It's like what?
I've always thought that we've got the shit end of the product side of things. Yeah, no, seriously. Like every time I go on holiday, anywhere in Europe, in America especially, like I always come back to England and go, it's not that we don't have anything. It's that we have a very limited supply, and the stuff that we are given isn't the best. It's like, nah. Yeah, like if you look at like the American stuff that you can buy in stores here in England, it's all right, but it doesn't even skim the surface of the good stuff that's available in America. We've got
but if you want to make yourself feel better, over here in Europe, we have nothing to do with Walkers. We have Lay's.
Yeah, but Lay's is the same company. It's the same fucking crisps.
We also don't have anything Cadbury's. We don't have Crunchies. We don't have Dime bars. We don't have big, massive Cadbury bars.
You mean Dame bars?
Dame bars. I think we kind of have Dame bars, but you have to wait.
See,
until
a lot of those that you're saying, like I don't think that Cadbury's To be honest, Cadbury's stopped being Cadbury's when Kraft bought it. So I don't think it's really, you're not missing anything there. I mean, the chocolate they make now is just it's abysmal. It's not what it was because it's not
And
English owned anymore.
we have to either go to England to get them, or we have to look very specifically for Cadbury's cream eggs when we want to get them
Oh,
for dad.
yeah.
There's none of those here either,
That's a shame. That actually is a shout.
or there's very little.
When I was a kid, my great nan, who I was lucky enough to meet, used to buy me cream eggs, and I have this distinct memory of sitting on her like living room floor with cream eggs just being disgusting and like licking out the cream like that, like some sort of urchin. But it was amazing. I'd do it all over again, baby. It was amazing.
You either love them or you hate them. I'm sort of.
How can you hate them? What? It's not Marmite. It's amazing.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Sacrilege! You're not British. Yeah, it's a good thing you're.
I'm not British.
I revoke your British
not,
pass. I revoke it. You're no longer British.
You can take it. I don't live there anymore.
That's a good question. Do you think you'll ever come back?
I think I'll visit, but I don't think I'll stay longer than a couple of weeks at a time there.
I mean, you're a young guy. Do you think that you'll travel a lot? Because I mean, I'm 27 now, right?
Yes.
I've lived abroad, and I can tell you that I want to be in England for a little bit, just because I've been away from home for so long. But in my mind, I'm constantly thinking, I should go and live this place for a couple of years. I should go live here. I should go. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's like you do it while you're young.
As much as I sort of poke a bit of fun at my dad, he is very wise, because he told me that before you do anything to do with family, you need to travel. You need to see places.
Yes.
Visit as many places as possible. I don't think I'll see the whole world for obvious reasons.
I mean, I mean,
I can pretty much cross out the United States. Sorry for any American viewers watching.
Why'd you say that?
I'm not really that big of a fan of the United States. I mean, there's some good.
Okay, tell me more. Tell me more.
There's some good places you can see, like the Grand Canyon, Niagara
Dude,
Falls, places like that, like tourist attractions.
I'm pretty sure that Niagara Falls is Canada, isn't it?
Is Niagara Falls Canada?
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. But that's still North America, so.
What? No, it's not. Canada is a fucking different continent and country.
North America is Canada and the United States of America. No, Did you learn nothing in geography?
North America is here. Canada is here.
That's not how that works. North America is a continent.
Canada is not.
There's North America and South America. South America, Brazil, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but dude, you're forgetting about what's above fucking North America. Alaska, Canada.
Are you dumb? All right, I'm going to give you a lesson. So,
fuck you.
North America is a continent which contains the United States of America and Canada. Alaska is some sort of weird US state.
Hang on, I'm getting a world map. I'm getting a world map up. I'm getting a world map up. Hang on.
All right, well, get prepared to say that you're right.
That I'm right. Yeah, that I'm right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, get prepared to say that I'm right. I'm right.
Sorry? My dad's even fact checked it for me. So shut up.
No. I've got this right here.
It's a separate country, but it's in the same continent.
Canada is a separate country, but it's in the same continent.
Yeah, but I wasn't disputing that it's not in the same vicinity. I'm saying that it's
what you said.
What you said. Hang on, no. What you said is that it's part of North America, which is fucking bollocks.
No, it is part of Canada is part of North America.
It's not part of North America.
North America is a continent, you dunce. Countries are
the whole thing is together, right? No. So look, I'm looking at the map right now. You've got Alaska to the far left.
Sorry? Yeah, I'm going to take my dad's advice. I'm going to stop arguing because it's pointless, because I'm right. Stop it.
So Alaska's to the far left. And you've got
Alaska is the United States, but it's for some reason up to the northwest of Canada. But it's still the US.
That's interesting to me that it's considered under the same. I mean, I get it because it's like connected, like physically on the same continent, but it's just like No, that's interesting to me.
Do you still
Okay.
think you're right? Or
No,
are we
I
still
mean
at an
no, because the
impasse?
thing to me is I don't really give a shit about being right or wrong. To me, it's more like interesting how people classify things because
I'm just surprised you didn't know it, really.
well, I know that it's connected to each other. Obviously, I know it's one whole thing. What I'm saying, what I was disputing, right, is that it's classified under like as part of America. Like I thought that's what we were having an argument about. You see what I'm
No,
saying?
no. What I was trying to say
That's what I'm
was
saying. Like,
is
because that I would dispute because it's like a separate province. Same with Alaska.
it is a bit weird how like it is a bit weird hearing that Canada is part of North America, but
Mm.
you just need to remember that North America is the continent which contains the US of A
I
and
think I
Canada.
think why I was disputing it is because okay, you've got South America, which if you look at the map, everything is all connected, right?
Yeah, one second. Let me pull up
It's
a
all
world
it's
map
all
as well.
connected, right? So like South America, like there's loads of sea in between, sort of like Mexico and then um,
Oh, I really need my
Brazil
glasses.
and all of these areas. But you see, like it's all kind of connected. But it's okay. That's considered South America, right? Anything below North America, but you can see Mexico obviously borders with the United States. But then I don't know, is Mexico considered part of North America or is it considered South America?
Hang on, I need to download a world map because I really can't see and I need to zoom.
I don't even think. Can I put images in this Zoom thing?
It would be cool if you could. You could bring up an image.
I'd like
Uh,
to, but I don't even know how.
downloads world map. Save. Okay, well,
I've never tried to put like images in here before.
getting somewhere at least.
Share screen? No.
No, that's just bringing up my Twitter feed. Exit full screen. There we go. So now I can bring you here, and then I can go into my documents there. Okay, cool. World map also needs to pop
Hmm.
off.
But anyway,
Okay, there we go. I brought it up. So the United States of America. Oh, Mexico. Is
see,
Mexico part of the
do you
North
see what
America or
I'm?
South
Do you
America?
see what I'm saying now? Because it's like
Right off.
it's not all strictly
On the
speaking.
bottom side of North America joining South America.
So Mexico is part of North America as well. Yeah, so it's just, and
Interesting.
then
Yeah.
Guatemala and Honduras and Jamaica, Cuba, they're South America. So Mexico is
Hmm.
basically the border of
Yeah. No. Yeah. I get that. I get
North
that.
and
Yeah.
South.
But it's like when you look at okay, yeah, Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, and then it goes all the way feeding into Colombia, Venezuela, and then like this bigger, massive continent, which is pretty much fully South America that we sort of know and think of, like Brazil, Argentina, all of that, right? But basically, my point is that it's all interconnected, just, but like that seems to be where the divide is, right? I mean, in my mind, whenever I've thought of North and South America, I've always thought of the United States, and then to a lesser extent Mexico being like part of the North, and then the South being Brazil, Argentina, Chile, and all of that, right? So then to hear, oh, Canada is considered part of North America. I mean, it is on the same sort of continent. Obviously, there's no gaps between it, like it's land connected, but it's like still kind of blows my mind that it's considered part of it. I thought it was just that's the Canada part or
Yeah.
but anyway, I digress. We've
Also,
spoken too
I
long
had
about this.
no idea that Estonia was like Eastern Europe.
It's well, it's not. It isn't.
I
It
mean, because
isn't.
it's just a little bit to the west of Russia,
It's it kind of is and it isn't. Like
northeast kind of maybe.
they really take it badly when you say Eastern Europe because it's like while it might be the east of Europe, they are like nothing like what you have in mind. Because when you think of Eastern Europe, you think Poland, Russia, right? But like I can tell you now, Estonian culture is just so different from that. It's closer to like Finnish culture and to a lesser extent like Swedish culture and stuff like that. But like because of where they're situated, they're just grouped in with all the rest of
Yeah,
the other
because
European
they're
countries.
to the south of Finland and to the southeast of
Yeah. So
Sweden.
if you think Estonia's here, right?
I
Okay.
think
For
it's
that,
just sort
for
of
those
because they're
listening on Spotify, by the way, and Apple Podcasts, what I'm trying to say is that basically, if you can imagine in your mind, Estonia is this small country here, and then to the right of it, you've got it borders with Russia, and it's obviously huge. And then to the bottom, I believe it's Latvia. And then basically it doesn't border with anything to the north, but it basically, there's like a sea between Estonia.
There's a small sea between Estonia and Finland, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a very short distance. It's about 35 minutes, give or take, by boat. So obviously the flight is even quicker. But yeah.
So would you say that people can consider it as quote unquote Eastern Europe because it's connected to the east of Russia? Sorry, it's
that's the thing. If you go there, if you live there, you'll realize the culture has nothing to do with Eastern Europe, like, at all. I mean,
that's the thing is
there are elements of like Russian culture there, obviously because of, you know, the history and the fact that there is a Russian population there and stuff. But the actual Estonian culture has very little, if anything, to do with Russian or European culture. The only thing that I could find that was even remotely close was Estonia has region by region. They have how do I put this? Like, okay, like if there's an event in, say, like a rural town, like I don't know, let's say Viljandi, which is in the south, or Valga, which is in the south. They have like these events, particularly around summertime. They have this event called St. John's Day, which in Estonian is pronounced Jaanipäev. It's like a 3-4 day event, and it's in the middle of like June, July, or whatever. But like often around these times, or like weddings, things like that, people will dress up in these kind of I don't know how to put it. Like, I really don't know how to explain it. It's like traditional dress from like Middle Times or something, if you know what I mean, right? And in Russia, they have that as well. Okay, and there's a bit of crossover there, particularly to the east of Estonia, where you know, you've got more Russians living in the country, and there's more like mixing and crossing over there. But basically, that dressing, that way of dressing, is probably the only thing that really links them to like Europe, like Eastern Europe, in any shape or form. And then otherwise, you've got like some words here and there that have seeped their way into the language from Russian and to a lesser extent German. But otherwise, the language is very, it's considered, I think, Finno-Ugric, which is like Finnish brand of languages. From like, if you Google this stuff, it basically breaks off into like loads of different languages. Most prominently, there's one called Livonian, which I don't think it exists anymore, but in the Middle Ages, it was quite a prominent language in that area. Yeah, and the reason I know this is because I just did a lot of reading on it and I was curious about it. But yeah, if you want to learn more, I just say look it up online or ask an Estonian. They're very proud. They'll tell you.
that's kind of, well, it's not really a similar thing, but a lot of people from the more northern provinces of the Netherlands, when they come down south,
yes,
they don't really understand the softer southern
there's a
accent, if you will, so they assume that we're German.
There's a similar thing. Okay, well, that's not assumed in Estonia, but there is this similar thing of how north and south have like different dialects, different words, terms and stuff for things, which I suppose is the same anywhere, isn't it? It's the same in the UK. You have like northern dialect, southern dialect and stuff. But generally
the biggest
speaking,
difference is the hard and soft G.
Yeah.
So there's the he and the he.
Yeah. But I also noticed other areas like the island that I spent some time on in Estonia called Saaremaa, and I think Hiiumaa, which is above it as well. They have like their own dialect as well, and it can get kind of confusing sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting stuff. But yeah, oh my God, never say to an Estonian like, "Oh, Estonia is Eastern Europe," because they'll be so pissed at you. That's like the worst offensive thing you could ever say.
Yeah, and
I learned that
German.
I learned that pretty fucking quickly. Like it's yeah. Sorry,
I won't call you an Eastern European if you don't call me a German.
Who calls you a German? What are you on about?
Just making a deal with you, man, as well.
No, but where's that come from? Firstly, what's wrong with being German? And secondly, why are you saying don't call me German? What?
No, because I've just told you, people from the northern provinces, they don't understand the soft G in the south,
Yeah, right. I
and I
understand
live
that.
in the south,
Okay.
so they automatically assume that like we're German or something.
Yeah.
So I said, don't call me a German, and I won't say that Estonia is Eastern Europe. Said that
Okay.
twice now.
I wasn't really talking directly to you. I was talking to like the audience.
Oh, I'm making a joke, man. Don't pull out the sarcastic laughter
For
on me,
those
man.
listening at home, that was a joke.
Joke Yes,
number one.
It was a joke. Chill.
Insert laughter track here.
Is this a pod fight?
No, it's not a pod fight.
Pod fight. Is that
It's
a
a
thing?
pod fight. We're
Is that
having
a thing?
pod.
I've never heard of that before. A pod
We're
fight.
not fighting. It's just a scuffle.
You should have said yes. You should have said yes. We're fighting. We're having. A...
I don't know. I'll have to ask Christian. Are we getting a divorce now or something?
Yes, we're getting a divorce.
I'm taking the kids. God damn it.
Great. Yeah. Take care of the hard part. I'll do all the easy stuff. I'll tell you what. You keep the kids, and I'll own all the assets. How's that?
No, because the kids need somewhere to live, so I'll have the house.
Well, that's your problem, mate. Lawyered.
I'm so glad I moved away from England and you in general.
Do you ever miss it?
Do I miss it? About it? I miss the place, kind of, but the people, nah.
What, in your particular area or in general?
I mean, English people aren't renowned for their attitude towards other people. So.
You say that, but I swear, people up north,
there are nice people.
Where I live, people who live here are lovely.
But the ratio of bad people to good people is sort of skewed. It's clearly leaning more towards. Yeah.
I think that depends where you are. To be honest, I mean, I would say
Washington isn't a walk in the park.
Say again.
Washington isn't really a walk in the park where I used to live. I used to live in Washington. It's sort of.
Oh wow! There's a place in England called Washington. Wow.
Yeah, the original Washington before DC.
Wow. Okay, wow, I didn't know that. I know that a lot of we share a lot of names with the US and Canada as well, which is interesting. So there's like a London and a Birmingham and a Newcastle and a Manchester in the States, which is weird.
That's why they changed the sign on Washington, I think, from Washington to the original Washington.
Yeah.
When the American one got erected.
Mm. Interesting.
Washington District, Columbia.
Yep.
But like, yeah, so what I was saying is it's sort of like in between Newcastle and Sunderland, kind of.
Okay, yeah.
It's not really between them. It's to the side of them, really.
Yeah.
But it's a very small town.
Okay.
But it has like 100,000 people living in it or something.
That's not too bad, is it? That's quite nice. Like that amount, it's like enough. It's enough to say you see people, but it's not too much that it's like overbearing.
Oh yeah. So what my dad just said there is Sunderland used to be the largest town in the country until it became a city. So it was the largest town until it was classed as a city.
We're on a history lesson right now. It's interesting.
History and geography.
History 101 with Dutch Dills and his dad.
Dutch Dills and Dutch Dills' dad.
Oh my God, no. Bless you. Dutch Dills and Dutch dad.
Dutch Dills and Dutch dad?
There you go. See? I'm a marketing genius.
That's so much irony given the fact that we're English.
Now you've got to set up a separate YouTube channel for your dad and call it Dutch Dad and just do like dad things.
I don't think Dad wants a YouTube channel, but that would be a good move.
Dutch Dills.
It would be like if I finally gain a following at some point and then he was to make it and then I was to give him a little bit of support. Like
how many subs do you have now? How many are you on?
I haven't checked in so long. I've just been sort of taking a break from YouTube to sort of figure out what I want to do.
I think I'm gonna not take a full-on break, but like take a bit of a break in December. I'm trying to push to get up to 50 episodes.
135.
No, well done. I'm trying to push to get about 135, 135, 50 episodes of the podcast out before the end of the year. And then I think I'm going to kind of, in December, I'll see, because I want to kind of keep my foot on the gas, but I will, at some point, I think I'll need to take a break, but I'm not sure when. But I don't know, like, I kind of like this idea of uploading and then like scheduling it in, and then so it appears that I'm uploading all the time, but I'm actually like just resting. Like that's one of the reasons why I schedule so much.
So you can have a day off, but it looks like you're uploading because you already have a video ready.
Precisely, yeah. That's why I do. Part of the reason why I do the clips for the podcast. Obviously, the principal reason is to promote the podcast and to get people interested and stuff. But the latter reason is because of that. Because you can't be constantly working your ass off 24/7, and not just the physical side of things, but also the mental side of things. You need a mental health break every now and again, because it's demanding. You can get too involved with the numbers game. Like, for instance, I don't know what it is about YouTube, but like I seem to be in this circle of like up and down, up and down, up and down. So in the past week,
I'm just sort of very, very slowly up.
Yeah.
Like I lose 1 or 2 every now and again, but it's mostly going up.
Yeah, but that's what I have, the 1 or 2 thing. So it'll stick on a number. So right now it's alternating between 505 and 507. Seems to be going up and down and up and down. So right now it's 506. So it'll probably be something else by tomorrow or tonight or whatever. And it makes me wonder, like, is it actually people just subbing, or is it just YouTube being wankers?
I think you should not really fret. I think
no, I don't. I just want to know. I don't care particularly.
YouTube is known to be, well, an ass, really. So they'll delete subscribers from you.
Yeah, but that bothers me. Okay, in the sense that they can just unsub people whenever they feel like it without the consent of that person. And also because, like, for example, here's a good example, right? Someone watched one of my videos the other day and they forgot that they were subscribed to me, right? Which is fine. And they said, oh, wow, this came up and I forgot I was subscribed and I love the video, right? Now, if they would have deleted that person's sub, that person wouldn't have seen me. Do you know what I mean? It's things like that. It's like, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it like, not cluttered and representative, and but at the end of the day, everyone knows that even if you are subbed to a channel, the chances that you actually are watching that channel on a regular basis are slim. You know what I mean? Like, even the top YouTubers, they might have 10 mil subs, but they've only got about, I say only, but realistically 2 million per episode people watching. And that's not even guaranteed that that's all of their subs. That might just be like people unsubbed that are checking it out. So it's interesting to me. But
I've had a bit of a think about it.
Go on.
And I'm gonna go on record here. I think I'm gonna change the way I do my vlogs.
Cool.
I think I'm not just. I don't think I'm gonna just record nothing. Like, do you know the day off video I made?
Refresh my memory. Which one?
It's when I had a day off and I just recorded myself.
Did you go somewhere? I remember you going somewhere.
I went down to my auntie's garden.
Okay. Yep.
But that was literally a pointless vlog.
Why'd you say it's pointless?
Because I didn't really do anything.
Yeah, but
there's no reason for anybody to watch it.
Not necessarily. What about interest? People that are interested in your life.
Well, me walking down to a garden and then.
Okay, I'm going to give you some advice. Okay.
I wasn't finished, man.
I know it's unsolicited. I know you didn't ask for it, but I'm just going to say. Well, no, hang on. Before you continue, I think this is important for you to hear. It's not pointless, because if you have that attitude, you'll never create any content that's about yourself. Like, I remember a while ago, Childish Jacko. He said to me that these vlogs that you do, if nothing else, even if like you never become successful or whatever, like blah blah blah, this is like a time capsule of you right now. So in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you can look back at this and kind of marvel at like how you grew, how you were. Even something simple like a day out where you're just with some family, that can be like really special and something worth kind of savoring and holding tight to you. You know what I mean? And more to the point, as your audience grows and people become more interested in you and want to know more about your life, they'll want more of that content.
But that's something that I can say for a tweet or an Instagram post.
It's different though. It's not the same as when you do it in a video. It's more interactive. People like, think about when people are watching you, it's like you feel like you know that person. You feel like you're friends with that person. If it's just a tweet, it's not the same. It's
You
like
can tweet videos, but I mean,
but
something
like
to whack on your YouTube is sort of either that or
oh,
a
I
second channel.
see. Hang on, I see what you're saying. So this is like instead of it being a full video, like an update kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm just doing. Okay, well then I would say something different to you. Then I would say, take my advice, because I got this advice again from Childish Jacko, to do regular updates on Instagram and do like little mini things. So it doesn't have to be like even proper videos. Like sometimes I'll just add to my story on IG, and it's just me like fucking around in the van while we're volunteering somewhere in Manchester. And it's just like not even a proper thing. It's just me like listening to some music going, yeah. But I don't know, people liken to that stuff. People sometimes like it. They engage with that content. I mean, I suppose the whole point is when you're putting content out there, it's never pointless. I think that I just want to eradicate that mindset from your head right now. Like,
No, it's not pointless. Just sometimes there's no topic to the video. So
okay.
I feel like the next vlog I make will be one of the ones where I'm either going somewhere or doing something that's worth recording. Like,
okay.
and it makes it difficult in the winter because it's so cold that you don't want to go outside. You don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Whereas in the summer, I mean, I'm not sure if there's any like car meets around sort of where I live, but I feel like that would be a good video because my dad likes that kind of thing.
So are you struggling to just find things to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I don't want to record nothing. Not nothing, but
I think it's a good time then to just really get into some different hobbies and try different things out. Because I've been doing the same thing as well. Just trying different things. I think that I understand the struggle of not knowing what to put on YouTube, but I mean, this is your experimental time. This is where you build in your channel. I mean, you mentioned like you might even set up a second channel. I don't think that's a bad idea. It's good as part of the experimentation process.
I'm not gonna do that yet.
Yes,
that's a while away.
Whatever. Like the point is more about trying different things, seeing what you like, seeing what you're comfortable with. You notice there's certain types of content on my channel that I do significantly less than others, like reaction videos as an example. Like I found a way to do it in an easier way now via streaming. So now I'm more inclined to do it. But before it was such a pain in the ass for very little reward. And I was thinking like, it's not just about the views and the interactions you get, but like those things serve as motivation for things that you're not as interested in. But if you're not fully interested in it in the first place, then should you really be doing it? It's one of those weird questions, you know what I mean, with YouTube. But I say, yeah, just try lots of different things, man. You're in a completely different country where you have access to things that, you didn't necessarily have access to in the UK. And you know what? It's not even just about YouTube, just in terms of your life experience and having access to things that will give you cool experiences, stories. I can tell you now, for relationships, for friendships, just getting to know people and stuff, it really helps if you have stuff you can just refer to and just drop in conversation, not as a flex, but as a kind of like, I did this. And then it's like an icebreaker. It's like, especially if someone brings something up first and they say, oh yes, I lived abroad and did this. And you can be like, yeah, so did I, and blah, blah, blah. And, it's like, I think the more things you do in life and the more you kind of make out of life, the more that comes back to you. Do you know what I mean? The more opportunities that are open to you. But more importantly, just the more you get out of life, you know, the zest of life, so to speak. You know, I don't want to sound like I'm going on like some sort of broken record, but like, I think there is a lot to be said for just trying things in life. And, you know, even if it's something that you think is going to be shit, or like you think, oh, why the hell would I do that? Maybe I'm not interested in that, but you'd be surprised, you know? So that's the end of my lecture.
What a lecture it was.
Oh man, I'd be a great professor, man. I'd just ramble
Do
on.
it.
Everyone would leave, except for like 2 kids that for some reason want to listen.
Because they don't want to get in trouble from their parents, so they pay attention just to say they did.
I worry, you know, sometimes about this, like me talking. This is why I limit how much I talk, and I try and save it for when I'm talking online.
I was just listening. I was just letting it all sink in, man.
I'm serious, man. You ever seen the show How I Met Your Mother, the TV show?
I'll watch it mostly before I go to bed. Like
Oh, cool.
it's just sort of on Comedy Central. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a great show. I love it. I particularly
like
love
Barney and Robin and
Ted, Marshall, Lily. Yeah.
Ted Marshall. Yeah.
So anyway, this character of Ted, I really resonate with. I really like him. He's a romantic.
Yeah, with the lecturer. Yeah.
Right. But not just that, like the fact that he's a romantic, the fact that he's passionate about nerdy things, like I can resonate with all of that. Like I relate to it because that's exactly me. But at the same time,
he's
it's
still single.
Yeah. Same for me. It's that kind of difficulty of finding the right person and stuff like that, but being passionate about nerdy things and wanting to find someone who's a similar mindset. But more importantly, the reason I bring it up is his fear of kind of, particularly when he becomes a lecturer in the later seasons at a university and he's teaching his profession of architecture and stuff, right? He's got a real fear and worry about, you know, talking to people about this, because a lot of the time when he talks about the things that he's passionate about, people just zone out. They're not listening. They don't care, right? And I really feel this sometimes as well. This is why I pick my moments when I'm going to talk to people. Like if it's a lot of the time, like if you meet me in real life, I'm quite a shy person. You know, I don't start conversations. I wait for other people to do that. I don't often share stories or things about my life openly unless I really feel comfortable with the person, and more importantly that I think they're actually going to listen, because I can't tell you how many times I've started a conversation, or you know, someone asked me a question, I start giving them an answer and then they stop listening, or they just don't care, and it's like, it's disrespectful, but it's disappointing, which is the bigger part of it, you know, and it makes me not want to speak. As sad as that sounds,
Especially it's like if they like if you started the conversation and they're not really interested, that's kind of fair enough. But if they literally asked you the question and then stopped listening when you were answering, that's just disrespectful.
And that's why I save it for online. So I find it funny when people say like, "Oh yeah, you seem so charismatic. You seem so open and confident and all that." And it's like, no. I know how to talk to people. I know how to do all this stuff, because you learn that over time, right? Through experiences and stuff. But I mean, I think a lot of the time with these sorts of things, I don't know. People can be funny, can't they? Sometimes people want to know everything about you and they really are engaged. But more to the point, a lot of the time people are too invested in themselves to care about what you're doing, which is why it's important, I think, not to give a shit what people think, because
exactly
chances are they are not talking about you. And if they are, then they've got fuck all going on in their life.
If a good piece of advice that I'm even trying to follow myself is, if you walk around caring about what people think of you, you'll never be comfortable being anywhere.
How do you mean?
If you're walking, let's say, through the center of Manchester, and you're constantly thinking about what people are thinking about you, and if you think about how much people are looking at you, even if they're not, it gets in your head.
Yeah.
And it's awful. It's an awful feeling. So if you just try and bring yourself back to reality and the fact that they're not actually looking at you.
I used
Look
to have
around.
that. I used to
See
have that
this.
problem actually when I was a teenager. I had it really bad. I used to think everyone was mocking me. Everyone thought I was stupid, ugly, all of this stuff. It used to go around. It used to drive me nuts, to be honest, most of the time. I only managed to kind of get rid of that sort of feeling a couple of years ago, to be honest. Even at university, I felt like that, you know. I think going to Estonia really helped shift my mindset. Meeting my ex-girlfriend really helped as well. She beat a lot of just nonsense out of my head, so I was thinking more straight. Because yeah, it's fucked, man. You know, you grow up in certain environment, it can really shape how you think and feel about yourself. And as you
Mine
say,
mostly came from like I didn't really get out much when I lived back in England. Like, I didn't really go out and do things.
Yeah,
So
that happens.
I didn't learn to interact with people. It was only until the sort of start of lockdown when like it started to ease up so you could meet people but remain socially distanced. That was sort of when I started going out on the bikes with my cousin.
I often when I meet someone new, and this is another reason why I do the whole let them start the conversation thing, because a lot of the time you can figure out how to talk to people based on, you know, I know it sounds really obvious, but based on the sorts of things that they tend to focus on, the questions they ask, the topics they talk about. Like you sort of can figure out an essence, an idea of that person, and you sort of know what to talk about, what to avoid, you know, so on and so forth. You know, I always keep it platonic until I sort of know someone for a long time, or I know them on a deep level. Like if I actually consider someone a friend, then, you know, there's no limits. We can talk about anything. But that's the thing. I used to think that like friends were like two a penny, but if anything, friends, to me, a friendship is a very important, deep thing. I think I don't consider a lot of people friends. I consider a lot of people acquaintances. They might consider me a friend, but for me, a friendship is so much more than just like, you know, chatting, and it's like trust, it's loyalty, it's you know, honesty.
Respect.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of these things aren't given. People expect them, but they don't often give them. And when they're caught out, sometimes they don't understand why you're so upset. And it's like, this is another reason why I kind of keep myself to myself, and I don't often open up to people because of this. You know, I've had friendship groups in the past. I've had best friends in the past. They've, you know, let me down, betrayed me, all of these things. It's not to say like, oh, I'm never going to trust anyone again or anything, because that's bollocks. I have people I trust with my life, you know, but I think you do have to be very selective about these things, and not just because of those things I just outlined, but also because you need to surround yourself with like positive people that like want you to succeed, like don't secretly want you to fail, because there are people like that. They might say lovely shit to your face, but there are people out there that just, you know, they're trying to be friends with you because they want something, or, you know, because it benefits them in some way, or, you know, they want to try and fuck up your life, whatever the case may be. There's so many of those people out there in the world that you just have to steer away from. And it's tricky. Sometimes you don't always...
Like leeches and saboteurs.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's just negative people in general as well. Like negativity is this... Okay, you haven't worked that much really, but have you ever had like a situation where... Because you get this often in workplaces, I've noticed, where you go into a new environment and there's that one person that's negative that tries to kind of make everyone else feel bad. Like they try to kind of say like, oh, isn't it shit here? And, oh, this person's horrible. Oh, it sucks here. But they're constantly saying negative things. They never say anything positive. And if you...
Yeah, in my last school, there was loads of them. There's one in every class pretty much.
Right. There's always that one person. And like, it depends. Cause like sometimes you get a general crowd of people that just don't care and will just like cancel that person out and be like, whatever. But then sometimes you get people that are more susceptible to things, and they start to listen to people like that, and then suddenly you've got a sort of a bad atmosphere being created wherever you are because of that one person. And it's like I avoid those people in particular like the plague. I can't stand those people. Like, seriously.
Trying to throw a chair at them.
Yeah, I mean, some people
Or a
change.
table.
Some people change. I used to be a negative. Like, I never deliberately went around making people feel bad. I was never that type of person. But I was,
Cynical.
yes. I'd lost like all hope. So 18, 19, 20. I was very negative. I felt, I saw other people I knew doing really well, but I wasn't doing well. I was angry at the world, I think. And all of that changed in the coming years, but like I really had to beat a lot of that negativity and crap out of my head, and it's not easy. You really do have to like do some soul searching, so to speak.
It's got to be difficult, but I mean, I've got to face that challenge as well of sort of making sure that the negative stuff stays out, and sort of making sure that people don't get to me as easily.
Yeah.
Or at least make them think they don't. Because if I make them think they don't get to me, then they'll stop, and then they'll never get to me.
That's a solid point, actually. Yeah, self-preservation, making sure people can't get to you, so to speak. Yeah, I completely agree. I think, yeah, I mean, it's difficult not to show emotion in life, but I think you can do it. It is possible.
You just have to build a wall. You have to know who you can let the wall down for.
Yeah, but the problem is, right, while we can build walls and shit, there's always something that trigger anyone. Even the strongest person, there's something you can say, something, if you trigger it. It's not to say it will break down their wall, but it will
weaken it.
Yeah, like it will make them budge. It will make them twitch, is the word I'm looking for. Yeah. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You got to build that wall.
But it's important that you know that you can let it down for somebody. That you can't just keep your wall up your entire life. That's what I need to learn.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be like a wall, like a kind of an aggressive one, because I think that's a problem. A lot of people assume that you have to build up a front and then you push people away, which is not what you want to do. You want to invite people in, but you need to kind of keep people at an arm's length. And then, as you say, yeah, if you meet like someone you can trust, who you want to be your friend or a lover or something like that, then you let them in. And but that's the foundation of the relationship, isn't it? You trust them. You say,
you have
okay,
to give them chances. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to let down my guard for you because I trust you, because I love you, because you're my friend, whatever. And then
the problem is sometimes there's people who'll make you think you can let the wall down. You let it down, and they blow up whatever's inside.
But that's the thing.
Sometimes.
Like I've met so many people over the years that refuse to let their wall down because people have broken their hearts and stuff. And it's like, that's life. That's what happens. That's the whole point of risk, of trust is a risk.
You never know. You never know if they're going to do it or not.
Yeah.
You just have to give it a try.
Exactly. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. See, Dutch Dills is a smart kid. Smart. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that.
I'm a smart kid.
Yeah, you are. You're a smart kid. You're smarter than I was. At 6, I was a fucking clueless moron at 16, mate. So very, very proud to see that you're.
And you aren't now?
Clueless moron, yeah, of course. But back when I was 16, it was really bad.
More so.
Yeah, really, really bad. Hey, let's change it up. Let's talk about YouTube again. Because I wanted to ask you this. You've obviously seen how much I've been uploading like crazy, and I've been receiving kind of mixed messages from people. Some people say, yeah, it's great, uploading loads, it's a good thing, keep yourself out there, keep yourself active, blah, 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 right? Grow. Other people I've met and seen online say the opposite, say, oh, it's actually detrimental, you should upload less. Where do you stand on that?
I think I've answered this question before. You need to find that.
Did I ask you? I hope I didn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was on a podcast or not, but I've told you this a few times. No, it's okay.
Shows how much I listen.
on record or something.
Official.
In my eyes, if you're constantly pushing out content, it
Mm.
can be really good because obviously the more you upload, the more you get your videos out there. But you also need to think of a viewer, and then it's just Christian Reeve uploaded, Christian Reeve uploaded, Christian Reeve uploaded. So it can bring in more people, but it can also not. It can also
Alienate the
be
people
like a
that are there.
small deterrent
Mm.
because people. I enjoy it when a YouTuber uploads like 2 times a week because I can watch it like maybe on a Monday and then watch it on a Friday, and then wait for Monday again. But if it's like boom, 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 you have to sit down and watch all of it, and it sort of
Mm.
because YouTube is a pastime, not a full time.
Yeah, that's a good point. The
It's
worry
nothing.
the worry
It's
I
nothing.
have though, here's where I
Don't get me
Right.
wrong. It's like nothing. It's nothing against you. I mean, if you want to upload all the time, you go ahead.
Mm.
But I don't know where I stand on it.
Right. Yeah.
But it's sort of your prerogative to choose how much you want to upload, and no one can tell you otherwise. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly, I have mixed feelings about it because I agree with you. I have thought about this. You know, I've tried doing schedules before. I do sort of have a schedule, but here's where I stand on it right now, at least. I kind of look at it like I have the ideas now. I should just move with them. As soon as I have the ideas, get them out there, upload them. Do you know what I mean?
or
Like,
write them down.
I do, dude. Look, check this out. Right.
Oh no.
Hey, don't worry, it's nothing crazy. So here's like a little list of just like stuff that I haven't done just yet, right? Some of it's
I can
crossed
s-
off because I've
I can
uploaded it.
I can see the quantity of it, but I can't read what it says because I don't have my glasses.
Basically, it's a bunch of ideas for future episodes of Storytime. I've got to edit and publish the chase, if you remember. Still got to do that. Just a bunch of different things, different ideas.
Dun, dun,
And
dun.
but the point is, it's there for a rainy day. It's like I will get around to it, but at the same time, this is the most ideas I've ever had ever. And I just go based on what I feel. So if I wake up one morning and I feel I want to upload a music video, I want to upload okay, for example, that story time that I just uploaded, the Bring Me the Horizon one, right? What happened was I saw a video and it jogged my memory. So they were talking about this experience they had getting pepper sprayed on stage. And I was like, I remember this because I was there. I was at that gig when it happened. And it kind of blew my mind. I was like, oh, wow. And I remembered and I remembered everything else that happened at the show because of that. Because you know how memories work. It jogs one thing and then it starts pouring out. And so my mentality was, I've got to get this out before I forget these ideas. You know, I've got to write this all down, which I did. And then I was like, I should just do this while it's fresh in my mind. So basically, my point is, I feel like it's good to act on the ideas while you have them, because there might be a point where you have like sort of writer's block and you don't know what to put out there, which is one of the reasons why I have a list of ideas for like quote unquote like a rainy day, because there might be a point where I don't have ideas and where I'm kind of stuck or something, and that's what I'm more concerned about, you know. And I
You've
feel
sort of
like
had some spikes like a month ago when you did your Muse cover that
yeah.
went all the way up to 2.7K. Which
Say
is the
again.
second your endlessly cover from Muse a
Are
month
you
ago.
looking on Social Blade now?
No, just on YouTube. I'm just having to browse
Um,
through to see where
mm,
you're spiking. And you had a
mm.
spike about a month ago with the endlessly cover. That's your second most popular video.
Yep. It's going to be the most popular soon. It's definitely going to surpass the Reddit video, which was the main one for a long time.
Yeah,
But yeah,
so it seems that posting like things that are trending or relevant helps because
it does. Yeah, that's the
your
only.
video on the UK sex ban 5 months ago is also pretty
So ridiculous.
You're gonna be known as the sex band guy.
Don't. That's not even funny. Literally, like with that was dumb. That was, if you watch that video, it's just 7-minute vlog. It's not even very good. That's what pisses me off about it. Like, at least with the Muse video, like I actually sat down, learned how to play the song, did like 50 takes, did it, put effort in, right? That vlog, I just sat down and was like, oh, this is funny. And then that got nearly, 1,500 views. What the fuck? That's what I mean about YouTube, man. It's so, it almost doesn't matter how much effort you put in sometimes. Like, sometimes you bust your ass for nothing. Other times you don't put any effort in and you just get millions of views. Makes no sense to me. But, it is what it is. Just got to keep grinding, I suppose.
I somehow have 4,596 YouTube notifications.
Yeah, so I guess you're subscribed to a lot of people then. I'm probably at least a quarter of that. Just on notifications alone. Jesus. I looked at how many videos I uploaded in total, because I think it's like 500.
I'm trying to see.
It's over 500.
I'm looking on about, and honestly, I can't see anything. It's annoying. I can see how many views you have.
If you go on Social Blade, that's a better representation.
Okay.
You know what's funny as well about Social Blade is it gives you projected projections for what, like, how it thinks that your channel is likely to grow, and it said that it would take me something like 5 years to reach 11,000 subscribers. I was like, fuck me, that's depressing. I was hoping don't take that long.
Yeah, that's my estimated monthly earnings are between 3 cents and 44 cents.
Money.
And estimated, I get five euros a year. That's good.
It's crazy how people grow. Like, I keep using this example. There's a guy I follow. You should check him out if you're listening. Actually, he's called Adam Barrett. He's a really awesome songwriter, musician. He's in our community, so you've probably seen him, Dutch. But anyways, I interviewed him on like episode 25, 26 of the Christian Reeve podcast. And back then, bear in mind, this was like the middle of the year. He was
my God.
He was on 16K, right? I know, it's amazing. And now he's on 21K. So in the space of like 3 months or a bit more, he's, risen by at least 5K. And he told me that he only started to get traction in 2019. So like he'd already been doing YouTube for 3 years by that point, but it took him ages to get any kind of notice. But suddenly now he's got this big following and people are constantly not just checking him out and watching his videos, but sharing his content. I see people just randomly, like on Twitter, like retweeting his stuff, saying, hey, go check this guy out. He's awesome. That's what you need, that kind of organic promotion where you don't even have to ask people, like they're already doing it for you. That's one thing I've changed recently, is I've started asking people to subscribe and like and share and all that stuff, but just to get the idea in people's heads that, hey, I want to do this seriously, I want this to go somewhere. But ultimately it's up to the people whether they or not they want to do that, if they feel compelled to do so. Yeah.
You're doing pretty good, actually.
It's all right. We're doing all right. We're doing much better.
It's just said that I should reach 485 subscribers in 5 years' time.
Yeah, I mean...
But you've had 5,606 video views in the last 30 days.
500 and how many?
5,606.
In the last, what?
30 days. 5.6K.
Yeah, so that's all just the Muse video, basically. Although it's like 2,500-ish for the Muse video. So everything else that's not bad. So 2,500 views from other videos combined. That's pretty good.
27 subscribers for the last 30 days.
Yeah, we've had a spike ever since funnily enough, when I started asking people to subscribe, I don't know what it is, but since that point, people have started. Like, I also uploaded a video literally saying, please subscribe. And I replaced that with because originally when you go on my channel, it would show the advertising, the channel trailer. That's the thing I'm looking for. Yeah. But I replaced it with a please subscribe video. And I literally just did, I spoke about like reasons that people should subscribe. But I tried to make it his own video and stuff. But I think people seem to like that. They like the honesty maybe. I have goals with it. It's not just, hey, I want to make money. It's like, I want to do this because I love to be creative. It's fun. But yeah,
you should reach. It should start speeding up actually, because in 2 months' time it should be 546. 4 months, 611.
I would love to
6
know what
months.
this is based on, though. To be honest, because it's.
Well, I mean, at least in 5 years you'll be at 12,809, with 2,771,562 views.
I have a feeling
750 in 200.
You know what's interesting actually is in the past month or so I've had a feeling that I might actually pull it off, like become successful with this, which I never felt before. I always felt like, oh, it's a long shot, it's a shot in the dark, it'll probably never happen. Now I'm like really positive, like, hey, this is gonna happen. I can feel it. It's weird. I think it's more because I'm really enjoying the I say fans. I don't have fans, but you know what I mean. Like people that follow the interaction, especially in like the Instagram lives, the YouTube live streams that we've started doing as well. People seem to have a lot of fun there, which makes me think that we're beginning to grow some sort of a community, which is what I've always wanted. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, PewDiePie's estimated yearly earnings are 9 million.
9 million. Wow.
9 million euro.
Jesus.
He's first in the games section. He's first in the US. 21st in video views. 4th in subscriber. 4th.
Yeah, because T Series is way above. Have you seen how many subs they've got? T Series.
Let me check. So
it's like
107 million. So
T Series is on like 150 subscribers. I think they make
162 million.
Yeah, they earn so much money, like way
156 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
And 130. Sorry, no, 13.1 a month.
That's what makes the whole PewDiePie versus T Series an interesting. Like, I know it was sort of a joke, but at the same time, like PewDiePie is a legit just content creator like the rest of us, right? Whereas T Series is like this whole brand, essentially company, and so it's not really the same thing. It's a bit like when you see, the Tonight Show doing clips on YouTube. Like, it's not a YouTube account. Do you know what I mean? It's just they're making bank from their TV show, which is fine, but it's like, I don't know. It's a bit unfair to the rest of us, I think. But at the same time, I don't know. It's fair game, really, isn't it? I mean, I watch the clips sometimes. I think it's kind of cool to have the clips from those shows because it's, not everyone can be bothered to watch the whole show.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
yeah, they do really well.
Well, that's my Social Blade adventures finished.
I think if you
so crazy how can PewDiePie make so much money? Does he know what to do with it?
What's interesting?
What do you do if your bank account is filled with millions and millions and millions of
What's interesting about, I reckon he does a lot of charity stuff because especially in the last couple of years, he's really got into, is it stoicism, something like that. But basically he's under this belief, I don't know if it's under Buddhism or something, but he got rid of like loads of his stuff, like physical possessions, because of his beliefs, and he's trying to live a kind of a minimalist kind of life.
How do you live a minimalist life with like billions in your bank account?
Okay, well, first of all, he doesn't have billions, and secondly,
well, he earns loads of he earns like 89 million a year roundabout.
He probably puts a
if
lot.
he just sits
Okay,
and lets it,
first of all, dude. Okay, here's one thing. You got to think about tax. He gets taxed a lot on that. That's a first thing, right? He won't get all 89 million. He'll probably get like what? I mean, if you think the UK tax rate is typically 40-50% for higher earners, he'll earn half that. It's 40 million, I think.
yeah, but not if he has a bank account on behalf.
True, but you still have to pay tax of some description. Do you know what I mean? You can't completely avoid it. Anyway, well, I mean, loads of people got done for tax avoidance schemes in the UK, and he's a UK resident, so I doubt he wants to get done, especially because of the bad press it would bring. So I think we can sort of safely say that he's paying his taxes, you know, especially if considering he's so much in the public eye, and his whole thing is about having a good rep. Do you know what I mean? Like having a bad rep in his position is
especially with what happened a few years ago. I mean, he got some bad PR, so he's trying to he's trying to rectify.
It wasn't even that bad as well. Like he shouldn't have said it. Don't get me wrong. But as far as like things that people have done that are bad, like it's not that bad.
It just came out on the stream. He just said it. He didn't even mean
it was like context of gaming. Like I can remember when I used to play Call of Duty years ago when I was a teenager. People used to say a lot worse in the lobbies. Yeah, no one. No, you think that's bad, mate? You should have heard some of the stuff people were saying.
I know what it's like. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 search and destroy lobbies are awful.
It was way worse
because it had
in the original, in the OG days. It was way worse. Trust me.
Yeah, but in Black Ops 2, if you played some search and destroy, it was forced game chat, so you weren't allowed to be in a party. So you had to. You got some crap from your teammates.
Yeah.
If you get killed in the stupidest way possible, you're gonna hear about it.
Mm.
That's why they removed it in Black Ops 3, I think it was.
What, voice chat in general, or just like
no, forced game chat? So
why was it forced as well? I don't understand. So like everyone had to talk to everyone regardless of team or something?
Yeah, because if you're in a party with someone on the enemy team, like if your friend is on the enemy team, you can give away positions and stuff. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Without alerting the team.
Oh.
He's behind the. He's around the corner.
He's behind you. Hey.
No. Oh no, he isn't.
Oh yes, he is.
Oh no, he isn't.
I always used to love just killing someone with the pocket knife, just flinging it, especially if it would get the final kill, like the kill on the kill cam. That was.
Oh yeah, the throwing knife. Yeah.
Oh man, it always used to piss everyone off. It was great.
I play. I don't play that much Call of Duty anymore. I mostly play Battlefield. I'm playing Battlefield Hardline at the minute, which is sort of the cops and robbers version of Battlefield, because I guess they wanted to do something different.
Yeah, that's important to do that. I feel like Call of Duty is always kind of the same thing every year. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit
like, sure, you can run around as an operator with an SER or an AK. But what I find most satisfying is when you either use like a smaller weapon like a knife or a baseball bat and you take them down.
Yeah.
Because they don't expect it. You come in with a baton and slam them on the floor, and then if it's a blunt weapon, you can interrogate them. But if it's like a knife, you'll just do a weird takedown. But you can also have heavy melee weapons, which take a while to swing. But you can swing like a sledgehammer, a shovel, an Inquisition sword, a golden golf club at people.
What's your weapon of choice? Shovel. I'm gonna shovel him to death.
Because after I do that, I can dig the grave with it.
See? Smart thinking, that. You didn't think of that, did you? Kill the man and I dig his grave. Genius.
Okay, so lads, we're going to break into this vault. We're going to steal the money and we're going to get out nice and clean. Here you go. M4, 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 and as your special request, a pink shotgun. All right.
A pink shotgun.
Now for the melee weapons, you've got a baseball bat, you've got a knife, you've got a sledgehammer, and you can have the golden golf club.
Sledgehammer is so impractical.
It really isn't, because
it is. It takes fucking ages to go. Whereas a baseball
Yeah.
bat, whoosh, it's quick.
It does,
Throwing knife,
yeah.
quick.
Because the baseball bat, they hold it with one hand, so they just sort of whack
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, whereas the
But-
sledgehammer, you have to like swing it behind you, put all your weight into it. By that time, someone's already shot you to death or sliced your innards out. Or...
Yeah, but you can sort of work out the timing so that like if someone is at the top of the stairs,
Yeah.
you're walking up the stairs, you can start the swing, and by the time you get to the top, bong.
Dong.
The noise it makes. Oh, I'm gonna send you a link to. You need to see it. It's
I'll check it out after the podcast. Nice one. Oh, hey, as a kind of like a final question, since December is approaching, I think this episode will drop early December. What do you think about how YouTube works, or that I guess if it even applies to us small YouTubers who can't monetize their content? Like, because they talk about the CPM rate being really high in December. Do you think there's any benefits to small creators right now for December?
honestly, mate, I've got no idea. I think
Fair enough.
YouTube is a lot of bollocks, really. They don't care about the little guys.
That
at
is
all.
true.
They just want to give all of the money to the people who bring them money, who bring them all of the friggin' monetization money and the adverts and things like that. They just want to get their piece
Hmm.
and leave the little guys with the scraps.
Yeah, it is tricky. It's probably the hardest time it's ever been to become a successful creator.
If you've got under 100, 300, 500,000, you can forget about it. There's no help from YouTube.
You sure? I mean, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people that are doing pretty good views with those many subs.
If you've got the monetization and you're getting recommended a lot, then
Mm.
they'll sort of keep an eye on you, but they won't give you free.
I say, because even mine, like, okay, I barely get any views. I'm on 500 subs, but I've noticed that some of my videos do get suggested, at least. So there is something going on.
My videos don't get suggested. I don't
They
think.
will. They will. I think it depends on a couple of things. It's also the tags you're using and stuff, and to a lesser extent the sub count. But I don't think the sub count is as relevant. I think it's more to do with your tags and your hashtags and all that crap. So
I haven't checked my YouTube studio in a while. Actually, the second Q&A video I did is on 80 views.
Hey, there you go.
And since Watch Dogs Legion was coming out, I made a Watch Dogs video, which got only 37 views. That's pretty good. But
I say your Q&As get more views than mine do, so well done. Although, in fairness, mine are like super long.
however, the prank in my dad video is still going up. It's on 124 views.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's a very generic kind of title to have, pranking my dad. You know what I mean? People probably post videos like that all the time. So it's...
And oh my god, I didn't even notice this. Do you know the rise and fall of Brad Does Banter video that I made?
I don't think I've seen it.
That was slowly gaining, but now it's on 174 views.
Yeah, that happens. I've had a few videos that have had something like that where I uploaded them at first, there was zero interest, and now they're like creeping up, getting views here and there. And I'm certain that it's based purely on the tags, the title, stuff like that. Nothing else.
My views have dropped by 61%. My watch time's dropped by 55%.
You just haven't been uploading, that's fine.
I've gained 1 subscriber in the last 28 days, so
That's nice. That's good.
Epic.
It's being able to gain subscribers and views when you're not uploading. That's impressive. That's kind of what I hope for. Because if I have like times where I'm not uploading, I want my channel to still be performing for me. You know what I mean? That would be ideal. It's part of the reason why I upload so much, is to build like a base of content. You know what I mean, so to speak. But anyways,
I can see some of my recent subscribers, and one of them is someone from school. So shout out to Melita.
That's fun. Yeah, I can't even see mine. I don't know what it is about mine, but most of mine, I guess, are private.
You just go on your dashboard and go all the way along.
Yeah, I've seen, but most of them don't make themselves like publicly visible.
It's because they need to be an actual channel, so they need to have at least uploaded once
Oh.
to be an actual channel, so that otherwise there's an account and there's a channel. An
Right.
account is just like a video that you would. It's just a
Yeah, I
an
get what you
entity
mean.
that watches videos.
So
and
I've got a
likes
lot.
and
I've got a lot of subscribers that don't upload basically and just have accounts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
that's fine. It doesn't
Because
work.
Melitza somehow has one subscriber. Actually, no, I'm gonna go and subscribe to it because
It fascinates me how there are YouTubers out there who have not uploaded a single video but have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. That's kind of a bit nuts. There's like a whole thing to it as well. That
Do
people
you want to know what really sort of puts me down?
go on.
Is that like people are wary on Instagram about following people because they want their followers to remain low, right? Sorry, they want their following to remain low.
Yeah,
But with YouTube, it doesn't say how much you're subscribed to people. Like it doesn't.
yeah, but
It
it's
doesn't give
irrelevant
you,
though. What does it matter?
because they've got literally no reason not to subscribe.
What do you mean?
Because like on Instagram, it tells you how many people you're following, and people normally want to keep the followers higher than the following.
Yeah, right.
And with YouTube, there is no number because like
No one cares about that.
yeah, because like oh well, I mean, it's all it's gonna do is put them in my subscriptions box. It doesn't, and nobody can see how many people I'm subscribed to, so they have no reason not to subscribe to you. They just don't. I don't know. YouTube is funny.
I mean, I remember having a chat with Trial by Fire, Aaron Wise, about this, and he kind of made the point that gaining a subscription from someone is a lot tougher these days, because it used to be that you just do it out of like habit, but these days, I mean, chances are you'll probably subscribe to a lot of channels that you watch a fraction of them on a regular basis, right? So subscribing to someone and also like turning on the notifications and stuff, it can be.
I remember back when I didn't upload videos, I used to just I saw a video on my subscription, on my recommended. I'd watch it. I kind of enjoyed it, so I liked it, and I subscribed to it, and that's it. I didn't think, should I subscribe?
Yeah, but
what
I'm saying is like it gives you lots of notifications if you you can turn the notifications off and stuff, but
that's what I've done. There's no notification badges on YouTube. Otherwise, there'd be 4,000.
Yeah,
so I turn off the badges. I'm not sure if you do this as well, but this is my home screen here, and as you get these red badges, are my notifications.
Yeah,
and they're only on apps where the notifications are important, like WhatsApp, Instagram, things like that. But for games and things that just pump out loads of notifications for no reason.
Yeah, I hate that so much.
Like Gmail and games and YouTube, when they're not that important, I just turn them off.
Yeah, same. I don't understand why they send you so many as well. Anyway, it's like I don't give like I got Pokemon
Come
Go
back,
again.
you're such and such is doing this.
Yeah, I got Pokemon Go again recently, and I had to turn off the subscriptions for that, and the notifications for that.
Do you think Pokemon Go is worth getting?
It was alright.
Because I mean, I travel quite a bit. I mean,
it's fine if you just want to kill a couple of minutes, but I don't know. I'm not that fast.
I'm gonna get it.
I had it back in 2016 when it first came out, and I played it for like a couple of months, and then
me too.
Got bored.
Because like, I understand why people want it, because it just, like you said, it kills loads of time really quickly. So,
I get bored of it quickly though. You know what I mean?
I remember when it first came out, it was around the time where my mum got married, and I was at the sort of wedding place. We stayed there for like a night, I think it was. And me and my cousin were sat outside the front shortly before the reception started, and we were trying to get Pokemon Go to work. We were trying to make an account, and try to do literally everything to make it work. They just would not budge. We uninstalled it, reinstalled it, turned off the Wi-Fi, turned the Wi-Fi back on, turned the data off, turned the data back on, and it was having none of it.
Mm.
So eventually we just both sort of looked at each other and just went, "Do you want to go and get some drinks?" Yeah, sure. So we went over to our grandma, got some J2Os, or she calls it J2.
Ooh.
Ooh. Rock
I
solid.
just remember that's the go-to drink when you're too young to drink alcohol. J2Os. They even deliberately
she calls it Jello.
Jello. They deliberately shape it like an alcoholic drink as well, just to rub it in even further.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's just a well-known fact that everything tastes better out of a glass bottle.
True. Good shout.
Plastic bottles are meh. Cans are, unless it's Monster, but glass bottles are just the bomb.
The bomb. This is the bomb, man. It's the
Glassed milk, glass
glassed
water.
milk.
Yeah, do you not remember getting the glass bottles of milk?
No,
You're old enough to remember that.
no, I'm not. That was in the fucking 50s or some shit, wasn't it?
That's my point.
Yeah, I'm 27, not 48. Like, you forget I was born in 93, mate. It wasn't that long ago.
I mean, if you think about it, you're only like, what, 11 years older than me? 2004, 1993.
In 2004, I would have been 10 or 11 years old.
Yeah, so you're like 10 or 11 years older than me. It's not that much.
That's why there's crossover. I mean, because my eldest brother is 15, I think. So he's very similar in mindset to you. Although, no, actually, you're very different as people, I would say. But the ability to be able to talk to him and talk to you is very different. I feel very like I have a lot in common with you and I can talk to you, whereas with him, it's like he's on a different planet, honestly. Like we get on, he's a smart kid, he's intelligent, he's interesting and all that, right? But there is a disconnect there. And that's why I feel like I'm an adult now, because it's like there's a cross-off, a cut-off point where if I talk to someone that's younger than a certain age, it's like there's nothing to talk about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how to relate to you. I feel like if I say certain things, it makes me sound ancient, which I hate. I mean, it's just part and parcel.
It's kind of weird because even though I'm 16, I enjoy older things.
Yeah,
like good old stuff.
Like, I was the same when I was your age.
My music taste is mostly stuff out of the 60s, 70s, 80s.
Same.
Not that modern shite. That's all mixed on a computer, like actual music that was made with guitars and pianos and keyboards.
Yeah.
Drums, not the I made a song.
Yeah. It's
like
a bit
making a song nowadays is literally just
song 1, song 2, song 3. Done. Yeah.
Done it.
Done.
It's 7 minutes long.
I wrote an album. It took me 15 minutes. Done. All right.
I call this album Does Not Compute.
Get it?
Because it literally was.
Computer says no. Anyway.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, no.
I don't like it.
You should do that for a video.
They've banned that now, haven't they?
Little Britain?
I think so.
Why would they ban it?
Because it's got blackface in it.
Oh, yeah,
same with Come
Fly With Me. Yeah.
Come Fly With Me. Yeah. I don't know where I stand on that whole thing. I think I can see why people think it's offensive. It is offensive. But at the same time, I don't know if I would fully. I mean, I don't remember like when it came out. I don't remember people. Yeah, I can see the dog. It's beautiful.
Oh.
Hello.
Are you featured?
Hello. Who's a good girl?
Sponsored by Stunner.
Did you know there's a subreddit on Reddit for dogs? Just dogs.
Dogs.
Just dogs. Are dogs.
I don't get it so much. I don't get it so much that I'm gonna have to r/whoosh.
All right. As we draw things to a close for today, and got anything to share with our esteemed audience?
No.
Yeah, maybe a joke or an inspiring saying or something big that's coming out in December.
Why did the YouTuber cross the road?
I don't know, Dills. Why did the YouTuber cross the road?
He was trying to get monetization when he got hit by a car.
You should have just said monetized. That would have been funny.
He was trying to get monetization, but
He's trying to get monetized. No, on a serious note, are you doing anything in December? Anything content-wise we can look out for?
I think I was gonna do a Christmas vlog, but I don't know
Don't know. Okay. Well,
because I really want to film Christmas because I know it's different. Because most of my viewers are English, so they don't know what the Dutch culture is when it comes to Christmas. But also, I kind of just want to enjoy Christmas with my family.
you could just
I don't know.
you could do like a series of videos. Like it doesn't have to be at Christmas, but just like showing Dutch culture at Christmas time, and then just release them like pre-schedule them over the period while you're just enjoying, time with your family.
So record it as if it is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Well, not exactly. Like just showing, like, okay, like for example, right in Estonia, hello, it's Dutch Dad. They had things like things that you can only get at Christmas. They have like these gingerbreads, right? Which I swear to God, I can't find them in England, but they are so Moorish, so addictive. And it's just a Christmassy thing. It's part of Christmas in Estonia, and I'm sure in the Netherlands they've got like Christmassy foods.
Yeah, it's mostly things with marzipan.
Yeah, typical.
Mostly.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm sure there's stuff there that's culturally specific to the Netherlands.
Don't read what's on that. That's it's not even here.
I mean, it was there for the whole video, so.
I forgot what was it. It says
That's gonna annoy all of the Trump supporters listening to the podcast.
I don't care. I'm not sorry.
Unbelievable.
I don't.
All right, man.
If I have any Trump supporters on my YouTube channel, I will remove them as a subscriber myself. I don't even care.
Controversial.
Even if I was one subscriber, even if I just hit 1 million, right, and they were the one, I'd just be like, get out. I'll get it from someone who has a brain. Thank you.
Dills is political.
All right, no need to get political, Chris.
Politics.
See.
Conservatives. Politicians. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to say to everyone listening, I hope that you... What? You're interrupting me. What?
I'm Batman.
That's it. You interrupted my outro to tell me that you're Batman. Well, how are you Batman?
Because I have a deep voice and I'm incredibly rich. I'm Batman.
Just riveting. Content, people. This is my podcast, and look what's happening, or hear what's happening.
You're essentially just babysitting me at this point.
Yeah.
You're not getting paid for this either because you're not monetized yet.
Yeah, rub it in. Yeah, just.
I'm even further away than you.
Shut up. Dude, if we've discovered anything throughout this whole conversation, it's that anyone can suddenly have a change of fortunes. Like that guy that I mentioned to you, Adam Barrett, his YouTube fortunes just skyrocketed. It can happen. It does happen. Sometimes it happens overnight. So it happens. But anyway,
Chris.
What?
Can I do
the second time you... Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. It's your turn to do the outro.
Yay. Okay. So let's not screw this up. This is the first time I've done this. I don't want it to be the last.
I loved
Okay.
it. Okay, it's just one thing before you start. For those listening to the podcast, Dills put his hand up like it's class. Like, can I answer? Please. It's me.
Pick me. Pick me.
Pick me. I know the answer.
Wait. I can do something. I can do something.
What are you gonna do?
I can do it.
What's it gonna cost me?
Nothing. How do I do it again? Where is it?
I ask myself that every day.
I've raised my hand.
Oh, okay. So for those not listening, you should be listening. Why are you not listening? For those watching,
Open your damn ears, boy.
for those listening, I got it right the first time. For those listening, there's a function in Zoom where you can like click and it makes a little notification appear in the top right hand corner which says raising hand. But it would actually just be easier to just actually put your hand up on camera. Like, who's going to see the little tone?
But what if it's like, what if like, because I know in my online classes on Microsoft Teams, I don't put my camera on or my microphone on unless I'm answering a question. So
okay.
I'll just sit like this. I'll be either drinking a coffee or vaping a little bit, but I'll be muted and the camera will be off, so I can just do what I want. And then if I hear, Dylan, kun je alsjeblieft de vraagje antwoorden? So unmute, camera on. Ja, zeker.
I like how casual that was. Yeah.
Ja, zeker.
Yeah.
The antwoord is je moeder.
Your accent's good. Well done.
Dankjewel. Ja, ik hoor soms dat ik... Oh!
What happened? You get
I karate chopped my wire.
Impressive.
My ear's bleeding. My ear's bleeding.
Is it really?
No.
Go on, do this super amazing outro. I want to hear it. I want to mark you out of 10.
All right. Can I get a countdown from 3, 2, 1, please?
3, 2, 1.
Thank you guys and girls so much for watching this podcast or listening to it if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe or follow the podcast on wherever you are. You can download it, listen to it on the bus, in the car, wherever you're going. And since this is probably close to Christmas, Merry Christmas, and we will see you, all of you wonderful people, in the next one. Ciao.